Myers RV is coming off the huge RV show at the Rochester Dome, and that means they still have Dome Show pricing available for you on all the top RV brands like Jayco, Thorn, Winnebago, Keystone, Brinkley, Forest River, and Grand Design. Come on, you know you've been dreaming about having one of these in your driveway that you could just pack up and take off and go anywhere you want and stay as long as you want. The great thing about a Myers RV is you have all the things that are yours in there. It's your sheets, your shower, your soap, right? It's all yours. Got a remote job? Want to go somewhere warmer? Hop in your Myers RV. You can get it equipped with internet and make your life easy from wherever you are. Myers RV has 3 locations in the greater Rochester area. Caledonia, which is the original location, Webster, their newest location, and on Route 96 in Farmington. Myers RV has an RV for every budget. Check them out online at myersrvs.com.
Mac of all trades, the name says it all. 585-202-9218 and macofalltrades.net.
Comedy at the Carlson has the hilarious Sahib Singh this Thursday, March 14th, Friday the 15th, and Saturday, March 16th.
A little bit about me, I'm Indian, but I was adopted by other Indian people, right? So that's kind of like, what was the point? Right? It feels like a lateral move in this country. I think about that all the time. Also, my parents were religious growing up. I grew up in a religion called Sikhism. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. If you're not, part of the religion is the men. They can't cut their hair or their beards, and they have to wear their hair in a turban. And so growing up, I wore a turban in school, post 9/11, just turbed up. And like kids would say dumb shit all the time, right? Kids would be like, "Oh, was your dad Osama bin Laden?" And it's like, honestly, I don't even know.
Lock your tickets down for Sahib Singh this Thursday, March 14th, Friday for 2 shows, 7 and 9, and Saturday the 16th for 2 shows, 7 and 9. Sahib Singh, lock him down at CarlsonComedy.com.
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Like us and follow us and subscribe at YouTube at Billified, @Billified_pod on Instagram, Bill Moran Radio. Dougie Fresh in the house.
In the house, baby. Glad to be here.
That's
Beautiful
right.
day.
Somebody brought you up to me yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who was she?
It was a woman, and but I don't want to say because your dad listens. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, somebody did bring me up, but in terms of doing some comedy.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
Look at that.
Yeah, I've been working on new stuff.
Have you?
Yeah.
All right. And Jim White from White Trash. I just saw the whitetrashrubbish.com dumpster.
Oh, beautiful.
Because they're redoing roofs where I live.
Yep.
And I saw the dumpster out there. So they're out in full force.
Yep.
Yeah.
The season's coming a little early this year for roofing.
Yeah, might as well go while you got it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although I heard today on the news they're thinking the last 2 weeks of March are going to go back to winter. I just heard that today. It's get really chilly and
Who are
stuff.
these pricks?
You never know with Mother Nature.
Gotta ruin
Who are
everything.
these pricks?
Right.
They're ruining everything. Ruining everything. Is there anything you're afraid of, Dougie? Anything you're afraid to do?
Spiders.
To do. You're afraid of
I hate
spiders.
spiders.
No, but flying, not a big deal?
I'm afraid of heights.
You're afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Jimmy, anything?
I hate snakes.
You hate snakes. Because I think a lot of people are afraid. I think the thing is have a fear of flying. They'll do it, but they have a fear of it. And sometimes it makes me laugh because you're playing the odds, right? The safest way to travel is to fly. That's your safest way to travel.
Right.
But but then you get, it's like kids, right? Every shitty car you ever drove, you get into, you didn't even care. As long as it rolled and started up, you didn't care. You would put yourself in it. And now we have a whole big issue going on with Boeing right now.
Boeing.
Yeah. This is a wonderful
What
thing.
happened now?
Well, we hear the things like the 4 bolts designed to prevent that door plug. And a door plug looks like a door, but it's actually there for service. It has a hinge on the bottom. So that's the thing that flew out on the
remember that.
Alaskan airline flight. And that would freak you out. There was a kid sitting one row in front, and his shirt got sucked off, like completely ripped off his body. They weren't up at the altitude that they would be cruising at. They were still kind of ascending, so they were able to turn around and go back to the airport, and no one was hurt, and nothing happened.
That would freak me out if my shirt came off.
A lot of other people too.
Exactly. Thank you, Jim. Glad somebody's biting on these. Bill's useless. His lip. Your lip looks good, by the way.
But I go, I'm watching this, and then the door plug, it sounds bad. When you think, like when I think of a door plug, I'm thinking that it's just something that's going to plug a hole, not the big side of the big side of the door. Well, now there's a whole investigation that's going on. So Boeing has failed 33 of 89 FAA audit failures.
All of a sudden?
Since the Alaskan airline, since that plug went.
And they're like, oh, we
now
better
they're
get somebody over there to
33
check
out of
on things?
89. So, and then I think this is according to the New York Times. Then there's another subsidiary called Spirit Aerosystems, which makes the body of the 737 MAX jets. They failed 7 out of 13 product audits.
Wow.
Okay. So pretty much 50%. One of its noted failures had to do with the installation of the aircraft's door plug. Now, I don't know if you still want to fly or not, but an FAA auditor also discovered mechanics from the company using a hotel key card to check a jet's door to make sure it was sealed. Now, I'm thinking a lot of times I could kind of see this in a way. And if it's happening with Boeing, it's happening with every airline. I remember getting on a plane and looking out, and they were duct taping the wing. They were wrapping duct tape around the wing, and then they're giving the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And we flew to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
There was nothing. But I go, it's like good enough mechanics. That, and then now the big story you're going to keep hearing is they use Dish Dawn soap to lubricate the door that they were trying to put in, one of those door plugs, to lubricate it, to slide it in there. Now, if you've done construction, I've used soap. Have you ever done this?
Just to get a ring off or something.
Yeah, but have you ever, like when you're building stuff?
Yeah, like one of the old tricks is if you're getting a screw that's actually tough going, put some soap and screw it into the bar of soap first, and then it'll go into the wood a lot.
And then it goes right into the wood a lot sooner. So soap's a great lubricant. So I'm going, to me, this isn't that big a deal. I would think that this kind of shit goes on all the time. We just don't know it. We don't want to hear about it. You don't want to know how the shit's made. I don't want to know how the sausage is made.
Right, you
I
don't
just
want to know how
eat
your
it.
hamburger is made.
No,
you don't
I
want to
just
see
want
the
to eat
cow
it.
getting killed.
That's all I want to do. And because I'm going, this is crazy. Well, now there's a guy. His name is John Barnett. He's a former Boeing quality control engineer. He worked at the company for about 30 years. He retired in 2017. 2 years after his retirement, in 2019, he told the BBC that Boeing had compromised safety by rushing to get its 787 Dreamliners off the production line. John Barnett had become a whistleblower on Boeing, continued to raise safety concerns at the airline's factories, and provided his first testimony, but then he failed to show up for the second part of his testimony for what was going to be a bombshell lawsuit against Boeing.
He didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
Is he still alive?
Well, they found him. They got concerned. His lawyer got concerned, so they called the hotel he was staying at, and they had him look for him. And it was reported that he died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his truck in the parking lot of the hotel.
No.
That's what they're saying. And this just happened like days ago.
Okay.
So you wonder, was he just so nervous about testifying, or is he just like, I can't go through with it? Or
I think somebody killed him.
Self-inflict? No.
I think somebody killed him because even here, John, somebody said his lawyer said he and his co-counsel had been calling Barnett's phone on Saturday, but the calls went to voicemail. When they asked the hotel to check on him, they found him in his truck dead from a, quote, alleged self-inflicted gunshot wound. We drove to the hotel, blah, blah. His lawyer said he had explicit doubt about the circumstances of his death and called the self-inflicted gunshot wound alleged. What do you make of all this? I mean, it's big business. Boeing's huge business. Yeah. You've got...
People disappeared knowing the Clintons and the island thing.
Oh, yeah. The island thing? I know Whitewater people went missing. There was a guy who died on that. I remember somebody who was down in the Caribbean hanging out with one of the guys. His father worked with the Clintons on Whitewater, and all of a sudden he just died.
Just died.
Yeah, just mysteriously died. Yeah.
So if he testifies, Boeing's going to have a huge lawsuit against him, and oops, he kills himself, and now they got no whistleblower, no evidence.
Right. Yeah. I wonder this.
So we could pay somebody $100,000 to kill this guy, or lose $100 million.
Oh, you would go out of business.
Right.
I think that Boeing is. I think Boeing's like on their last legs with all this shit. I think that they're near the end. And I mean, I wonder this, Jim. You own having owned businesses and run businesses. Now that drugs are legalized, I just wonder. Not all drugs, but I think Boeing's based in Seattle or the Washington area, and I think there's a lot of drugs that are legalized, and I wonder how many people, like the guy who forgot to put the 4 bolts in. How am I going to catch that? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm running the company, I'm up here. I'm trusting you down there. Someone, I don't know, quality control somebody, and all of a sudden now
I'm sure there's a number of checks and balances, or we hope so.
Yes.
Like in a car or plane or
But
train
I do
or
wonder,
whatever.
like, if people are showing up a little.
Well, the other thing is
absolutely.
the general idea, like what is our modern workforce now, the young workforce coming up. There's a lot of hardworking young kids out there, but then you realize, like, geez, maybe it's a different generation. Where I'm like, good enough. This is good enough.
Good enough construction.
I'm going home. I don't want to work any overtime.
Yeah.
I'm off all weekend. Don't even ask me to do overtime. I think we're good here. See you Monday.
Yeah.
It's a concern, I think.
It is a concern, and I know that a lot of people are focusing on, they checked the seal with a hotel key card around. Well, yeah, you need something that's tight that's going to get in there to make sure that the rubber and we can't poke it through. Okay, what else are they supposed to use? What do you want them to use? Like, I go, I get it. It doesn't look like the most sophisticated tool, but that's not the part that scares me. What scares me is that somebody got killed who was about to blow the whistle on a company that you're putting a lot of money and your ass in to fly somewhere.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Well, who's their main competitor? I mean, we're
For
really,
Boeing?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
a
don't
big deal
know.
if they do fold.
I don't know who's I think it would be huge because so many airlines are running them, right? I mean, it's the Alaskan airline, every plane. But that's what I'm saying is, like, I think every airline has these things. So why not Euromechanics? Yeah, listen, we got a Boeing. Just get out there and double check that plug is all plugged up, right? I mean, that would be the only thing. Have you ever been threatened to keep quiet about anything, though, Dougie? You had to hear secrets and things when you were a strip club DJ. Anybody say Dougie? No?
Oh yeah, I mean, this doesn't leave the room between me and the 4 walls.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, but not threatened is what I'm saying. Like,
No,
this
not that I
whistleblower
remember,
was I mean, killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, nothing to that.
No mafia
No.
came in or anything.
No,
Like in the movie, no, like your
I don't
movie,
think I
like
met
the
any mafia.
hey, I own a bunch of strip clubs. You gonna stay here? I need a monkey. To
I
sit
met
in
a
the
lawyer
cage.
that defended a lot of mafia people. I'm
Okay.
not gonna say his name, but he
Yeah.
was a cool guy to me. So
Yeah. Well, they usually are.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But no, I've never been threatened.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Threatened like put your clothes back on, or I'm gonna kill you. But
Happens quite a bit.
yeah, never going to Wegmans again.
Boeing reaching new heights every day of federal scrutiny, one investigation at a time.
I don't know what they can do unless slow down. Obviously, making the planes.
I don't know.
And double check everybody.
I just saw it today, and it made me. I go, wow, look at this.
But that is,
Well, it's a scary thing.
yeah.
You know, it's a
You have
scary
more
thing.
details. Was it on the side of the head, in the mouth?
Oh, I
I
did.
mean,
I,
is
I,
autopsy?
I'm sure there'll be an autopsy. I don't know how
Sure.
you tell. I don't know how you tell.
This sounds like it'd be great 48 hours or 20.
See, or
Definitely a
CGI
2 hour.
or not CGI? What's the
there's the what was it?
what's
What
the TV show? The
48
forensics?
hour. Yeah, but there was another one. 48 Hours Investigates, and I think it was a murder. And they did it the 48 hours after a murder, and they filmed, I think, 2, maybe 3 episodes in Rochester.
Is that right?
Yes, because we were having so many murders. Like 48 hours after the murder, up to that point, what happens and what happens in the 48 hours after either a body's discovered or a murder is reported.
Yeah, that one was the one in Sodus where they moved to Texas, and I think the husband,
I remember
the
that
boyfriend, like drove back here to kill the.
That was
terrible.
wild. It
Yeah.
was a divorce.
Okay.
It was a divorce. He had custody of the kids. She married a guy who happened to be a sheriff of a small town in
Texas.
Texas. They drove a rental car and it broke down somewhere in Ohio. And I'm thinking to myself, this is what I can never wrap around my head. You had to be so in love with this woman because this was the plan, that even you drove all that way and then the car breaks down and you don't go, there might be a sign. Might be a sign that this just isn't a good idea. Maybe I should stop.
We've been arguing all morning anyhow.
You know, I mean, maybe this isn't right. Something. And then all of it, but he keeps going and he's the one who pulled the trigger. I think he went to jail. She may have, but for lesser time, I thought.
Yeah, he's the one that pulled the trigger. And,
Yeah.
That was definitely one of the 48 hours I think you're referring to because they did that.
They did the investigates. And it was wild. Like that had to be one of the most disturbing things. And I think one of the kids was in the car when they shot her.
And he saw it, I believe. There was
The
thought
kid,
that the
yeah.
kid saw it.
Yeah. Well, the kid was, I think, in his car seat, strapped in there, couldn't go anywhere. And these are the people that love you. They want you so badly. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
You know how you daydream when you're driving to, especially a long travel trip like that?
Yes.
You're never like, I'm out. I can't do this.
This is what I'm saying. Nowhere along the line did you go, this just makes no sense. And he had a buddy, I think, who came with him.
I think so.
So he convinced another guy. How good is, you know,
That's a good friendship.
no, I was going to say, how good is her pussy? That
Right.
you can also say, dude, this is so good. You got to
She
help me
sucked me
keep
all
this.
the way to
So you gotta
Texas
help me keep
nonstop.
here.
It was
I was just
awesome.
like, that's insanity.
Right.
That is insanity.
And she, in the meantime, was in Texas, right? Just imagine what's going on in her mind during that day.
Well, she did stay in Texas. You're right.
Going to
You're
bed,
right.
go shopping.
Yeah.
Just the normal day.
Right. Waiting for the
Just
phone
waiting
call.
for the call, and then you have
Check.
to add, like, what happened?
It's terrible.
Act like you're surprised.
Do you think she went in front of the mirror and practiced a bunch of times?
she
She's
had
like,
to.
oh my God, what? Wait, that's not natural enough.
Looks too fake. Looks
You
too
think-
fake.
see, now
Did you ever
can
see
film-
Fargo? William Macy has his wife kidnapped so he can get money from his rich father. And they do it, and then he's in the kitchen going, "Oh, something terrible's happening. Something's terrible." And then you go through, and he's on the phone practicing.
Yeah.
And
It's like you with comedy. Don't you film yourself in your living room, standing there in front of a microphone, talking to
sometimes on
That
my
wasn't
phone.
you who went to the Ridge Hudson McDonald's with a speaker and a microphone outside screaming, "Where's my extra hash brown?" Did you see this?
No, I did not.
Okay, so there was a McDonald's on Hudson Avenue, and in the parking lot, there's a whole Instagram page called Rock Gone Mad, and it's all the weird shit that happens on the streets of Rochester.
Wonderful.
And this is a guy standing there, and this took some work. And he didn't look like he had a lot going on, but he had this. He had a microphone plugged into a speaker, and he's outside the McDonald's screaming, "Where's my extra hash brown? I paid for my extra hash brown. Where's my extra hash brown?" And it's just echoing right outside the drive-thru. So everybody driving through, they all hear it.
What happened? What was the end result?
I don't know. That's all they show is this guy. I want to find this guy. And he looks like
you don't.
he looks like an overgrown leprechaun, like red wily hair, a red beard, and he's just standing out there screaming, "Where's my extra hash brown?"
So he had a microphone and he had a speaker.
And a speaker. That's a lot of work, Doug.
Well,
is my point. And
it
where
is.
did you get the power for the
Where you
speaker?
get the power? That was my next.
That was what I want to know.
The extension cord.
Yes.
Where is it?
I don't know if it's that or if you've rigged up some battery power. Maybe he's a secret.
Now, if he works that hard to do that, I wonder
This
if he
is-
has a job and what he's doing.
Doug,
And
I often say, why can't people use their powers for good?
absolutely.
Why do we have to have this? All these people, all the criminals that work so hard to defraud you, the scams they come up with. All if you just applied that, you could have a steady paycheck.
Absolutely.
You know, just
Have a
little
better
bit.
life.
I would think.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what this guy's story is. When I say he didn't look like he
If
had a
I
lot
see him, I'll give him your card.
yeah, please,
Yeah.
because I do want to talk.
I mean,
to
that
him.
Hudson is right up from. It's got to be Hudson and Eastridge, which is close to Delta Sonic, which I gassed up today. So every now and then I'll swing in there for a McMuffin if I'm up early.
Will you?
Yeah.
I want you to see if you see this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I want my extra hash brown, and he might have been there in the morning because I
Hey,
believe.
buddy, you want
Did they
extra
do-
hash brown? I know a place in Fairport. Bill Moran, not only a hash brown, cup of coffee. You can get a cup of Joe. Just
Well, he paid for it,
Right,
and he didn't get it,
yeah.
and he's very upset.
Well, that's the thing. We're up to $15, $16 minimum wage. And you're fucking up.
All right.
So think about that real quick, not to interrupt. But
Yes,
was
interrupt.
he driving through in his car?
No, I don't know.
So he actually had to pull his car
Yes.
over again.
He had to set everything up. He had to set Jim, there was a lot of work that went into this. But that's an interesting thing that you bring up the $15, $16 an hour, because I always find myself backed into a corner in an argument in my own head, because I understand the livable wage thing, but I also believe that some of these jobs weren't meant to provide a livable wage.
Absolutely not.
I think that there were jobs that, like a dishwasher, was usually got kids to do it, right? Or like a college or somebody who was working part-time and doing something else. This wasn't their main focus, but this was a way to supplement whatever else they were doing.
It was a stepping stone. Okay, I'm making money and I want to do better for myself. Now I'm going to get a better job.
It could be. It could be that, but I'm
going up.
But a lot of times it was kids who were in school or
It's
kids
like one
who
of
were
their
in
first jobs.
Yeah,
Yes.
I worked at McDonald's.
And now we're paying.
Big money for some.
Well,
of these jobs.
I don't know how you stay in business because you have to pay. That's the part that makes it hard. How
it's
do you
going to
meet
come
the,
to
the payroll?
It's all
right?
going to be manufactured or all electronics inside. You won't be talking to somebody. You're going to type it up on a board.
Yeah.
And they're going to process it through machines in the back and wrap it up. They're figuring it out
Yeah.
now.
Well, good. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You force this, right? I mean, what
then there's not gonna be anybody to
invention
yell at.
is what? It's nature's necessity. We need to adapt and evolve. I can't afford to keep paying this and stay in business, but if I got a robot that did it, well, there you go. And now I'm
you
not
have
hiring
20 registers at Walmart with two cashiers, but the check yourself out has got 15.
Yes.
And that's what it's going to come down to.
Yes.
Well, if you notice too, I mean, a lot of your costs have gone up when you do go obviously out to a normal dinner, but even fast food, it seems you go through and you're like, geez, how did it be $9?
Oh.
It's crazy. And I heard or read something the other day that not every, let's take McDonald's for instance, a Big Mac doesn't cost the same at each McDonald's.
No.
I never realized that.
No.
So it's different at each different area or what,
Yes.
and I never knew that.
I've noticed it with you'll see it with gas, but let's say like if you go to a big box store like a BJ's for gas, it'll be significantly cheaper in Henrietta than it will be in Victor.
Even
That's
both at a
because-
BJ's?
Yeah.
That's because there's more traffic in Henrietta. I asked somebody from Delta Sonic, same thing. All your prices are different, and because of they're more competitive in Henrietta than they are on West Ridge Road or Irondequoit. So they will due to competition because BJ's is right around the corner of J. Scuddy Boulevard on West Henrietta. So you're going to get 5-6 cents lower on West Henrietta. I was curious about
so
that
it's
too.
for the competition within that area.
Yes.
All the
So
gas there is going to be
Penfield,
cheaper.
Delta Sonic and
Yeah.
Webster Delta Sonic, those are 10 cents higher because they don't have to compete against anybody.
Right. But if you're going to drive all the way to Henrietta, you just burned your 10 cents. So what's the fucking
Exactly.
point? You know, exactly.
But when you're Ubering like me,
Yes, right.
it adds up.
That's true.
So you wait till you're to a Delta Sonic. Sometimes I've asked people, I'm like, hey, we're passing Delta. Are you in a rush? You mind if I pull in and get gas? I'm like, no, that's all right. Because I get 10 cents off a gallon. And
Kind of awkward, isn't it? You sit there pumping gas. And
Now, how would you,
they're
if
on
you're
their
a
phone, they go
passenger,
in, they
wait,
get-
if you're a
I'm not doing
passenger,
that.
how would you feel if you're a passenger?
I'm saying no way, Bob.
You're saying no way?
Well, it depends if I like the guy. Which
I would-
Dougie can be touchy.
You can be. I would feel like a spoiled prick, like a child.
That's it,
like
man.
my mom and dad pulled in, and I'm just sitting there, and they're going to get me a chocolate milk, and I'm going to sit in the back. I would feel weird.
Me too.
most people say, no, that's fine. I want to get a drink. And they go in and they get something anyways.
Yeah. I usually
The other day, a
I
girl
would
told
feel
me
weird.
no. I go, do you happen to be in a hurry? Because I'd like to stop and get. No, I got to get home. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You don't. I can tell because you're doing nothing. But okay, thank you.
See now
about
that's
being
very judgy.
I did not
very
say
judgy. What if she's got kids?
She doesn't.
Are your dog sitting? Maybe she had a dog that needed to get
Maybe
out.
she
Maybe the
did.
dog shits all over the
She
place.
didn't.
How was your demeanor the rest of the ride?
Huh? Oh, I turned on Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits and cranked it up to 10. How do you like that one?
All right, we'll take a moment. Jim, you own businesses. You clearly have had to deal with firing people. I'm going to play audio of a person who got fired. And I just to talk about what that's like and the demeanor and different things that go on in people's minds. This is you may have seen this. It was a female basketball coach who worked for Utah, and she went out and did the press conference. And then they asked her about next season, and she unveils what happened. We'll get to that next. But first, Connors and Ferris do a lot to make where we live a better place. For example, they are one of the sponsors of the St. Patrick's Day Parade in downtown Rochester this coming weekend. And if you find yourself facing a workers' comp, Social Security disability, or personal injury case, Connors and Ferris is the law firm you need to have on your side. They understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims, dealing with insurance companies, dealing with employers, and most importantly, the legal system. And you can reach them very easily by calling 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris will advocate for your rights, strive to secure the benefits and compensation you deserve, but most importantly, you'll be able to relax knowing that you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. That is Connors and Ferris, with offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. They are committed to serving you better and only a quick call away at 262-COMP today. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Check out Jimmy Z's on all major platforms at Plates and Shakes.
Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York. You're probably sick of me telling you about the award-winning whiskey, but it's so impressive to me what they've done over there. The whiskey is fantastic, and they have that whole Rattlesnake Rosie's line. Kevin here loves the Rattlesnake Rosie's apple pie whiskey. I love the Rattlesnake Rosie's chocolate peanut butter pie. I may have been sampling some Fairport fine spirits this evening. All I want to say is fantastic. And then you get inside Iron Smoke Distillery, always a fun place. I saw them on the Today Show with Jimmy Fallon from last year. Yeah, did you see that? He was on with Hoda Kotb and I don't even know how to say her name, and Jenna Bush. And they showed a picture of Jimmy Fallon on stage at Iron Smoke Distillery. How freaking cool is that? You can't get cooler than that. And then Thursday night, right here, as if, playing all your favorites from the 90s and beyond, right there on the stage at Iron Smoke Distillery. And then Friday night, starting at 8:30, Cersei. Now, they tour nationally, and they have a sassy singer-songwriter style about them, which is one of my favorite things. They do a lot of pop rock, lots of heart and soul. Cersei is known for their passionate, honest, heartfelt live performances. You're going to be able to see it in person at Iron Smoke Distillery right here in Fairport, New York. Baby.
Oh, we got trashy all around here. We got trashy girls. We got a trashy song. We got white trash in the building today. Billified, the man, the myth, the legend. From Charlotte, New York, your favorite of mine, longtime friend, J.P. White. Woo!
Look at that, Jimmy.
Well done.
Huh?
Well done.
I think you need that. I think that needs to be White Trash's outgoing call.
I think it could be.
Right, outgoing message.
Absolutely.
Can't pay you anything, Dougie, but thanks.
Right. You're looking for a dumpster?
Not that kind of
Not that kind of dumpster. You need a bin? You got some garbage you want to get out of here? White trash. I have been asked on occasion, and when he first came out with the bins, white trash. Jesus, who came up with that idea? And I overhear somebody. I'm like, well, my friend did. Like, what? I'm like, yeah, his name is Jim White, and it's white trash. Oh, yes. That's his name? I go, yeah.
Well, people just.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they jump to conclusion, especially on something like that. So.
Of course they do.
And even sometimes when it's explained, I was telling Bill one other time, they're still annoyed. I don't care. I don't care if that's the name. I don't like it.
Okay, well.
But majority of people, once they find out, they're relieved. And
yeah,
I think it's great play on words.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Peckerwood. That's a bad last name.
I remember somebody once saying to me that they said that the term white trash is racist because you're identifying a group and that it should just be trash. So, but I always went, yeah, but I know what you're talking about when you say white sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know those. I got relatives that fit that description.
Right.
I'm right there. But yes, I guess.
You just can't say trash. You gotta make sure you get the color in there, so you make sure you're looking at the right person.
Only because it gets
look at those losers, and look at that white trash over there.
Yeah, right. Losers would be one thing, but white trash. I mean, I'm picturing trailer park. No teeth, smoking,
sleeping with their cousin.
You got it. That kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. I found, thanks to Kim Halleck, I went on and found the guy at the McDonald's. And this is the gentleman at the McDonald's. Let me see if I can find the audio. Why are we not hearing it here?
What the hell? Where's my extra hand from? Look at Mary's teeth. I paid for an extra hand from. Where's my extra hand from?
Even as a safety
Where's my
vest
extra
on.
hand from? Where's my extra hand from?
He even has a safety vest on. so he won't get struck. It's like one of those reflective vests.
You know,
High vis. He's got a high vis.
America's Got Talent right there. Just go up on stage and yell that for 3 minutes, and hopefully.
Where's Hudson Avenue McDonald's? Where's my extra hash brown? I need to talk to this gentleman. Did he get his hash brown? Was there a resolution to this story? I need to know. The people want to know. It's maddening.
A very special bill of fire.
Yeah, don't you think? Like, you want to know what happened?
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know? I'm
I
curious.
do.
I
I'm
want to
very
know.
curious.
Yeah, Jim, I'm with you.
He's going to be showing at all different McDonald's over
Yes.
time.
This is
it's
it.
going to catch on.
And this could become a trend, a way to get free hash browns from McDonald's. Where's my extra?
Where's my extra pickles?
Yeah. Just, you know,
Hash brown is good, though.
I think you would buy one just to make the guy shut up.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I'm wondering how it all ended
Hash
up.
browns are expensive. They're like
the-
$2-3 individual.
Like, did the
are?
manager come out?
Yeah.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
How do you know this? When did
'Cause
you have a hash brown last?
I don't know, a couple months ago when I wake up early enough to get through McDonald's. I sleep in.
Don't they serve until 11?
No, 10:30.
I thought breakfast went all day.
No, not since COVID.
Oh, jeez.
No, 10:30. That's it. You got the cutoff.
Oh, that's awesome. Speaking of COVID, the 4-year anniversary of the World Health Organization yesterday declaring the COVID-19 pandemic. It really hit. I think they shut down businesses here on the Monday after. So that would have been the 16th, just before St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I had actually done
Yes.
a guest set that Saturday night at the Comedy Club in front of Jamie Lissow. And then, like, right after that, everything closed. So we didn't know. But as a business owner, how did that affect you and have things come back significantly? Did it affect your business with trash so much? No.
Not at all. Just
Yeah.
like your
Did it-
situation. We were essential.
Yeah.
We never missed a day of work. It was like business as usual because of, us being essential business.
Right. And nothing changed in my life.
Truthfully, we got busier with the dumpster side of business because there were so many people doing
Cleaning out
and doing jobs at home. They had
Yeah.
money coming in, a lot of them from getting different projects. They were bored.
Yeah.
Did a lot of home improvement projects. So we actually stayed busy.
Jim, I got a theory. 20 years after the pandemic, people start downsizing their homes. You're going to see some of the shittiest home improvement projects because everybody thinks they know how to do it. Yeah, I went on YouTube. I learned how to frame wire 220 downstairs. It's all good. You know that is like some of the shit. It's missing. Nothing's 16 on center. Everything's like just a.
You turn on the microwave and the garage door opens.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I mean, that's how I see it going. After but I figured that's interesting that your business would certainly have kind of perked up a little bit.
Really did. Yeah. It was a crazy time because, again, so many people were home and had a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
And we just stayed busy the whole time. And really, we kind of felt weird going to work every day. There was no one on the roads. I mean, you were going to work every day, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it strange? It was,
Well, so I traveled at such times that there was nobody on the roads over the years. Like, I did morning radio for 20 years. There was a time I was driving I just saw this guy. Oh, where was I? I just saw him Friday night. This guy walked up to me and goes, "Remember me?" I was flying into work. I used to wait. I had an office in my house, and I lived in Pittsford. And I would get ready. The show started at 6. So I would sometimes stay home to the last possible minute. And the only reason I did that was I would get up at 2 or 3, and I would start prepping for the show. But if I went in at the time, people may remember this name, Tom George, who did Traffic.
I do, yeah.
The late Tom George. Tom was a wonderful man. Big personality. He and I got along very well. He loved to ask me about Mary Tyler Moore because I had done landscaping at Mary Tyler Moore's house when I was a kid. Yeah. And but he would come in and just start talking to you. And if you didn't pay attention to him, he'd actually pout. And then he wouldn't talk to you. And he would get like offended. So I I just don't want to deal with that fucking shit. So I would go. I would stay home. Because it was just like I needed to focus to make sure I had everything. And I had been working. I mean, don't forget, at that time, you're going, Wheeze decides to leave. You're there. They don't know you because most of these people, you've got to prove you're worth it. I've got 2 kids, one who's got special needs of diet, one who's on the spectrum. I got to keep a job here. And so my whole focus was I worked all fucking day. I would leave there, go to the library, write for 2 hours, go home, deal with the kids, get dinner, and be back in my office and write till like 11 at night, get back up in the morning at 2 or 3 and do the same thing for a long time. But Tom would get very offended, so I would stay home. Well, this day, dude, I'm fucking doing 95 in a minivan, a maroon minivan, flying down 490 headed west. And all of a sudden, I get lit up. And I go, shit. And I pull over, and I'm bent over to get the registration out of the glove box. And I look up, and I've got guns drawn on me. I've got a sheriff in front of me, car, one alongside, one behind me. And I notice, and I only say this, and people always say to me, it sounds so sexist when you say it. I just looked up. It was a female officer with a gun drawn right at me. I went, holy shit. And this officer who I just ran into came up alongside and said, hey, license registration. So I said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to work. Where do you work? I explained where I work. He goes, all right, okay. All right. He goes, I'm very sorry. We had a robbery at the Woodcliff in a maroon van headed this direction. And so
Speaking of 48 hours.
Dude, but there's nobody on the roads, right? So if you saw a maroon van and there's nobody on the roads. So to your point, during the pandemic, I didn't really notice because I was always driving in at times when there was nobody on the road. And then, yes, on the way home, I guess, more or less, but I never drove at peak times, right? I would leave at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So, but it was, when I say my life never changed during that time, my buddy owned a bar. We used to just go in there, hang out, and hide. Or do projects like we pretend we were doing the floors and shit. I mean, we did, but it took forever. And we, drank and had a great time. So I was still going out, still seeing my friends. I didn't have my kids with me at the time. I lived by myself, and I would wear a mask but my life never changed.
Yeah, same here.
Never changed. It was very strange.
We had a place like that too. We'd go after work, and I think I was mentioned to you last time when showed up in your pickup, just make sure looks like your toolbox is open.
Yeah,
tailgate's down.
So it looks like they're working. Right, exactly. And I think a lot of times too, couldn't you do like a private party? I think you were allowed to say private party. I don't
speak easy or something.
Yeah, I mean, look, in the beginning of this thing, and I never know because I'll always go back to I'm not educated in that field. I don't know anything. I'm gonna trust that this is the right thing. There were people I do know a guy who was in his late 30s that did end up on a ventilator. Only one I know that young, but there was one too many, a little scary. But and then people dying, but most of them were of a certain age. And I don't know.
Certain age and certain body type, overweight, diabetic.
Right. I don't want to see anybody lose a loved one. My mother got very concerned. I didn't go home one Thanksgiving, and I was like really pissed, but I wound up, I actually talked about it, I think, on the radio, and a college friend of mine heard it, and she and her husband invited me over. I had a great Thanksgiving. I got rip-roaring drunk. I think I Ubered. I think Uber was still working then.
Oh, yeah. I was Ubering through that. I was always busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bonuses were up. Making $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Isn't it weird? Like some businesses did really well during the pandemic. All the delivery service places.
Yeah. Some businesses shut down.
Yeah. Well, that's the shitty part.
Worldwide,
the hospitality business.
Yeah, the question is what happens? Let's hope it never happens again. But how would it be handled in the future?
Hopefully not to the point where it becomes economically destructive.
Agreed.
That's the part that the one thing is you have to, I think, as a leader, look at things on a macro scale, not a micro scale. And as a macro, what are we looking at here? And yes, people are going to die, but people die from the flu.
True.
And I don't mean to be callous or cold, but we can't then also put so many people in danger where people are losing homes. They tried to do things to keep people in homes. Well, that affected the people that own the homes for the buildings, and they get fucked. It's like all this stuff just became a mess. And I'm not sure in certain businesses it's even sorted out today.
I would agree. I think there's still businesses that you'll talk to some people and say, we just never recovered from COVID.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurant business really suffered.
Nobody opens till 2 anymore.
No.
Bar business?
No.
You're done at 10 or 11.
Yeah. Right, because I think people just go home. Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing because I don't know how packed they all were. I think there are some that maybe a younger clientele, they do have people to about midnight or 1, but not often. And then most places aren't going to kick you out. But yeah, I mean, There aren't a lot of people staying out that late. That's the problem.
Anymore.
Yeah, that's the problem. And I don't know if that is something new since COVID. I don't know if that's also a DWI
What do you think
thing.
the younger generation has so much other things to do besides going out like maybe we did in our growing up time?
Yeah, they're playing on their phone instead of playing darts and pool and drinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
That's another problem. They're looking at everybody else's life on their phone and not worrying about their own.
I know. I never know because I know like over here there's a bar that gets pretty young and they'll stay open until 1 or 2 in the morning, and then there's a restaurant behind them that does pretty well because of that, right?
Yeah.
And he'll stay open. But those are the only 2 I know.
But in town here, a lot of people can walk. This is the great thing about Fairport.
Yeah, Fairport you can.
But I have a son that's 22, and I mean, if he goes out, he just hunkers home a lot of times. He's not a big go-out person, and he's got friends, but it's not like us. And we used to go out maybe
Every
2-3
night.
times a week.
Yeah. This is just 7
it's a big
years
deal
ago.
for him to go out. What about your sons? They go out?
Yes, but one of them's still in college and he's on the track team and he's working, and I don't want to know.
I don't know where he would go out there. Does he come into the city?
He does come in. He usually goes with a lot of RIT kids. Gotcha. Like he'll hang out over there. I think there's maybe getting together at people's houses and stuff. So I really don't know. And then I know my son, who's 23, lives with his mom, but he goes to restaurants and things and with buddies from work, and I'll hang out. But you're right. I don't know. I also wonder if there's been such an influx of drinking and driving. That message that came in,
for sure.
That, like it penetrated through to that generation. They really got it.
Yeah, fortunately.
And they saw it. And DWIs are expensive, man. You don't want to be fucking around with that.
I think because they're on their phone.
That's why there's Uber.
That's why there's Uber. But don't drink and drive.
No,
reason
that's the
to.
dumbest thing in the world now.
Yeah.
Dumbest thing in the world.
I talked to 2 bar owners within the last 2 weeks who had mentioned that a lot of their clientele is dying off. And they're not being replaced.
Yeah.
Because it's a generation. Our generation,
Yeah.
you'll go out, have a couple beers, meet up with people. Our generation above us did the same. And they're like, we're seeing our customers die, and no one's replacing them. So what do you do?
I can see that, right?
It's a weird phenomenon.
That is a weird phenomenon, and that's interesting because I'm wondering if you go to craft breweries, is that the same thing where you find certain areas where it's a little more niche, as they say?
Or maybe now that weed's legal, you can just get stoned at home and chill out, relax.
Yeah.
Don't have to go anywhere.
No.
Some people like that more than beer. And
Yes.
A lot of people, actually.
Yeah,
It was never my thing, but...
Yeah, you didn't do it right, Doug.
Yeah, probably not.
I always preferred alcohol, too.
Yeah.
I come from a drinking family.
Yeah.
I come from very social. Everybody's, drinking and telling stupid
Jimmy
stories.
and I were just in Syracuse
Yeah.
all day. We'll talk about we can still rip it up,
That's
baby.
right.
Absolutely. Put on our work boots and
You were there for basketball.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
for the Jim Boeheim Day.
Jim Boeheim Day, where they won, right? Didn't they just eke it out?
Well, they were up by as many as like 17 points, and
Yes.
then they just eked it out at the end by 3.
I think they're a talented team. Will they make the tournament? I heard they were sort of like.
I don't know. I haven't kept up with
So
them
they
since
got their
Boeheim
hands
left.
full. They're going to play tomorrow night. They're playing the winner of the NC State Louisville game. Now, NC State beat both teams twice, I believe, which is always hard to beat a team a third time. But then they have to advance to the next round. So if they won 2 games, they'd be, I think, at 22 or 23 wins. They still have a long shot, even with that.
Really?
But it will definitely improve their chances. So you just got to hope they do well in the tournament.
Yeah.
So by no means are they a shoo-in. They got a lot of work to do.
Well, there is so the women's. I think the women's tournaments are already like their conference tournaments are over.
Yep.
And this is kind of funny. I'll say what I think happened and why this happened, but just think about, and then we'll go to just firing people. What you're about to hear to me is class. I don't know what else. I always think that I don't like the term classy or class. I always think it's kind of overused and a little cheesy, but I can't think of a better way to describe this.
And how do you plan to rebuild for next season?
I'm not going to be rebuilding. I just coached my last game at Utah State. I spoke with Diana, and they're going in a different direction, and I respect her decision, and I hope they get a really good coach in. I'm assuming that's going to be the last question. All right.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
all. Thank you, Coach.
So that's it. Her
That's
name
it.
is Kayla Ard. Yeah, but I mean, I go, you got an opportunity. You could just drag everybody down, Jimmy. You could drag everybody down. The athletic director sucked. I didn't get the right stuff. You didn't help me recruit. I said I wanted this kid. You didn't give me the NIL deals. Right, all that. She didn't say any of that.
No.
She simply said, and I do wonder, because it sounds, I would think that most people are professional in these situations. So she was. I would assume even the athletic director. They were traveling back. They were on the road. They're going to travel back. I'm just assuming. I don't know anything about
Did
this.
she resign or was she let go?
No, she was let go.
Okay.
She was let go. She was told right after, we're going to go in a different direction. And they did not have a good record. She had lost this early exit in the tournament. I think it's the Mountain Conference or the Mountain West or something. And she is packing up, and I'm sure there was some kind of talk like, hey, when we get back, we're going to do this. And she probably went to the athletic director who was there, right, and just said, hey, listen, we're going to go in a different direction. Not knowing that she then has to go do the press conference. I don't think they would have told her that. But there were no other. Here was the interesting thing. Usually, win or lose, they've got some other student athletes on the dais with the coach to talk about things. There was nobody but her sitting up there. So I don't know if she stopped them, but I go, man, that is.
Less than you got to travel. Did the kids know? Did the team know at that point? Can
I have no idea. I don't know.
Did she let them know next? You gotta, because now it's public.
Right. Well, I'm sure you did. I'm sure like right away when everybody either got on a bus or a plane or wherever they were going. But I go, man, that is like, to me, total class, because you had an opportunity. I mean, I don't know about you.
Plus, I'm sure she was disappointed, and just to keep her emotions intact and just handle that the way she did, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She didn't even cry. She didn't get emotional. She didn't do anything.
How many years she was there?
I don't think she was there long. I'm going to say maybe 2 or 3 seasons. Usually you have 2 or 3 seasons to try to make a program work, and I don't think it was going on. But I go, that would not be me.
No,
I'd be laying waste to everyone and everything.
It's your one moment to get back,
isn't it? Yeah. And you're not, but then you never feel good after you do that either.
Bill, can we ask you a couple questions? Yeah, at this point, I want everybody to buckle up and just lean back, because I got a whole list of people I want to throw under the bus, and I'm talking Greyhound bus. So.
We're going to be backing it up, pulling it forward, backing it up, pulling it forward.
Hopefully your pens don't run out of ink, because these bastards.
I was like, but look, you have had businesses. I'm sure you've had to fire people. Mm-hmm. Did it ever go this smoothly? Or
I'm kind of a softie that way. The very few times I've been in that situation, it's gone relatively smooth. Generally, just people leave upset.
Yeah.
But I've never really had anyone tell me off or tell me what they thought of me or anything like that to my face, fortunately. But I do remember years ago, we had this one kid that used to ride in the truck with us. This is when I was in the landscaping business many years ago. And he wasn't a bad guy. He was a decent worker. He was always on time, but he would always loogie out the side. You know what I mean? And it's just one of my pet peeves.
Yeah,
because it's reflecting on everyone in the car.
Yes.
If someone's next to you, they're like, look at that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
He just spit. He did it twice. And he would chew and things like that. And that's really how it ended up. I had to let him go because he was just annoying me so bad.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with his work ethic or
Right.
I just was annoyed all the time. I said, you got to go, buddy.
Tough. It's not easy firing somebody.
No.
There's a couple of people I wanted to fire back in retail, and I just couldn't because I thought I just didn't have it in me. Wasn't the manager that I should have been.
Yeah.
Now, but
well, like businesses. I mean, the one thing is like I always think, especially when it comes to maybe bigger. I mean, you're talking smaller retail. You're talking a business you own.
Yeah.
Right. But you get into some of this corporate stuff. It almost becomes cold where they need to protect themselves, much like you. You don't want that image, so you wind up saying either reprimand or try to correct the behavior. And if it doesn't correct, well, then we have a problem here, and you got to go. Like I was surprised I didn't get fired from my landscaping. That was what I did at Mary Tyler Moore's house, and she had a house that in.
Did you ever actually meet her? And what was she like if you did?
Yes, and she was very skinny. She had diabetes, so she would work out every day.
You wouldn't consider her attractive at that time?
I thought she was absolutely a stunning looking woman when she was
how old?
Young, when she was younger. When she was
younger. Here we go.
Man, let me tell you, the Dick Van Dyke Show. I thought she was a great looking woman, and I loved that show. I actually got a bunch of DVDs years ago when the DVD players, when I actually had one before, like when shitty guys made.
Movie.
Yeah. That
shamed you into watching
I
it.
had to go watch that steaming pile of
Charity.
What a waste of time.
No, but I loved the Dick Van Dyke Show, and I thought she was really pretty there. I thought the Mary Tyler Moore Show was really well written. And I didn't realize a lot of like MTM and all that she owned was her husband. It was a business guy, put it together in her name, and really did it more to protect her. And she had kind of a tragic life, a son that had committed suicide and this sort of thing. But she got remarried to a doctor, and they bought a house in Millbrook, New York. And I wound up working for a company that did the landscaping. And it was a woman who, my dad was a teacher, and in the summer, this woman ran a landscaping business. So I went over there, and I certainly don't mind working, but I like to party. It was my year between high school and college.
Ooh,
that was my summer. That was my summer.
That's one.
You understand what I'm saying, Jim?
Totally,
this is my summer.
The drinking age was 16 back then?
It was 14 in my town. And I had gone to Spain for a week and done all, partied my ass off.
Went to Egypt, New York.
And Mexico. And then
all over.
So I'm in, you come back because Spain, I was so excited I could order a beer at McDonald's. I did all this stuff. We're out in the clubs having a great time. So I came back and I was still exhausted. And she had a nice house, big piece of property. And down this one hill, there was this little pond, and it had like a peninsula that went out. And I was told to go down and lay mulch down along the garden that went out on the peninsula. So I go down there, I got a wheelbarrow, and I'm going, and all of a sudden I'm like, God damn, and I lean up against a tree, and I doze off. And son of a bitch, if her husband doesn't come by in a four-wheeler. He used to ride around the property to make sure we were working, and he comes down, he's yelling, screaming at me. I was like, oh! I thought for sure I was getting fired. I thought for sure. I didn't have much interaction with her at all. She had dogs. It was the first time I had ever seen the electric fence, and I didn't know I was in a garden, and one of the dogs came running right at me, and I didn't know what to do, and I'm standing there, and I think she had a golden retriever, and then I don't forget what the other one was. What was the other one? It hit that fence, man. I felt so bad. I was like,
they usually don't correct it more than once or twice.
I know.
Back.
This was early.
Maybe they were still working.
I don't know. I was an early. This had to be 1989.
Yeah.
I don't remember, right? And I got it from my dog in 2006 or something. So I have no idea, but they had it.
So they say she was really a pioneer for a lot of the women actresses now that from a comedy standpoint.
Yes. From a comedy standpoint, I mean, the first one to wear pants on television, I think didn't compromise on certain things. I think had a real sense of what was funny, and I think also had a bit of certainly a business savvy about her.
Sounds like it.
And you see some people today that are doing acting. I think it's I'm going to forget her name, but she does a tremendous. Who's in? Do you ever watch Apple TV?
No.
News? No.
Are you talking about the news show with the?
Yes, but it's got Jennifer Aniston and the woman who plays opposite her, and I want to say
Witherspoon.
Renee. Yes, Reese. I almost said Renee. I knew it wasn't Renee. It was Reese Witherspoon. I'm pretty sure Reese Witherspoon has her own. Look at how quickly you came up with that.
That's one of his famous jokes. I'm sure you've heard it before.
Well, I don't think I know this joke.
Did you hear about that actress in Hollywood last night?
No.
Hollywood party. This actress cut herself with a knife.
Really?
It was Reese.
What was her last name, buddy? Reese
Witherspoon.
No, with a knife. You've never
heard that one?
God, my sister Kelly told me that joke. I want to say 17 years ago. It's the only joke she's ever told in her life.
Well, maybe
and I've gotten more traction on that I still tell that joke.
You told that on the way up to Syracuse.
Oh, that's right.
You told to a bunch of people, and they all went for it.
Yeah. Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Oh, we're walking to the game like, gosh, damn, it's cold. I'm like, yeah, at least I'm not that actress in Hollywood. And the girls around us go, what actress? I go, shit, you didn't hear that news? A fucking wild party last night. This actress cut herself with a knife. It was Reese Witherspoon. I go, no, with a knife. And I turn around and go, yeah, thank you for playing. Go Kills. Whatever. I was blasted at that point. 12:30 in the day.
What was their reaction?
They're laughing.
Okay.
Some girls roll their eyes. I was telling them at the bar, at the game. Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Melissa loves that joke.
I like that joke.
You know what I love is when there's a shitty joke like that, but the way you deliver it and the joy you get out of it, that's what would sell me.
Right.
I don't care how bad the joke is. Like I always told you, George Lopez, to me, had the best monologue when he did a late night talk show, right? Because all the other guys probably had better jokes, better written jokes, but they weren't as delivered. They were not delivered like George Lopez. He delivered it. He sold it. He loved it. You could tell he was excited to tell you the joke. It was like, I love that. To me, that's my favorite part. So go on with your Reese Witherspoon shitty jokes. Put it with your shitty.
I'm going to be telling shitty jokes April 4th.
Yes.
Carlson.
Yeah. And maybe again after that. I might have a gig
Hopefully.
for you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
With Greg Owens as the headliner and Cindy Arena.
Yeah.
Who is a trip.
Cindy's very funny.
Yeah. It as a feature. So you can look online at carlsoncomedy.com. Actually, Greg just texted me. And find me on Facebook at Doug Phelps if you have any questions about comedy. Because I'll be hosting that.
What kind of questions would they ask?
Like, what time's the show?
I
Confused myself.
Yeah. Hey, I can't make it that day. Is there any other?
Hey, how do I write a joke about banging my mom's friend?
Hey, you got any hash browns at the show? Because then I'll come with all my friends in my speaker. Is it an open mic?
By the way, though, Reese Witherspoon, big company, and I think Mary Tyler Moore did have an influence on that.
Oh, for sure.
Just letting you know.
That's how we started that whole.
Yes.
Yes. Mary Tyler Moore in Ordinary People with Donald Sutherland,
which
and
was
Timothy
one
Hutton,
of the
and
first serious
best movie
movies that she ever did.
Who directed it? Because I know. Robert Redford.
Robert Redford directed
that was his first movie.
Really?
To direct, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that where she grew up then? Where you used to work? Is that where she was from? Or?
No, I think she lived. And she might have been New York City. This is about 90 miles outside of Manhattan, where we grew up. My brother affectionately calls it Appalachia because it's you got a lot of haves and have-nots, right?
A huge divide.
Yeah, we got a lot of white trash rubbish.
You make a bank up there, Jimmy.
All right, we'll take a moment. Okay, a woman went to Vegas. She witnessed something. She took it to TikTok. You will hear it next. But first, Leo's has all the delicious treats for St. Patrick's Day, like shamrock cookies. Yeah, maybe look out for some corned beef, potatoes, cabbage. I'm just saying. You know what else they have at Leo's, which is fantastic? To-go foods. Perfect for quick and easy meals. You got a very busy family this time of year. Sports, plays, meetings for yourself. It's hard to get everybody to sit down around the table, especially when you have to prepare the meal. Why not go to Leo's, pick up some homemade quiches, chicken pot pie, shepherd's pie, perfect for St. Patrick's Day, spaghetti and meatballs, turkey dinner, chicken parm. They have so many to choose from, delicious salads. And then that way, there's no prep, but the family gathers around the table, even if it's just 20 minutes. But at least it's 20 minutes of quality family time, thanks to Leo's. What's the best thing about Leo's? Everything. On Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day.
Cobblestone on Main is a historic 1800s cobblestone church that has been thoughtfully renovated and repurposed into a charming, one-of-a-kind dining experience in the Village of Webster. CobblestoneOnMain.com.
At Circulon Pittsford, they understand that a legal issue involving your family feels like your whole world comes to a screeching halt. Well, at Circu and Circu, they've helped families get back to what matters most to them. So if you're facing divorce, child custody, or any other family law matter, you're going to want a caring attorney by your side guiding you through these sensitive matters. And that's exactly what you get at Circu Law. Family law issues can be very emotional, very trying. At Circu Law in Pittsford, they know that. Their highly experienced, compassionate family law attorneys will work each day for the betterment of you and your family. So again, if you're considering a divorce, in the process of divvying assets, or dealing with custody issues, or any other family spouse-related legal matter, you can have complete confidence in Circu and Circu's experience and professionalism. Call Circu and Circu to find out how they may help, or to schedule an appointment with one of their attorneys today at 585-385-2510. You can also email them in complete confidence through their website's contact page at circulaw.com. Circu and Circu, helping your family get back to what matters most.
Leave Billified a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866.
Hey, Bill, I was just wondering, does your face hurt? Because it's killing me. Oh, go! Oh, my goodness. Seriously, dude, I hope you're feeling better. I hope the pain goes away, and I hope the scar's not too big. You can't afford it.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcast.
I love listeners like that. So
They're the
kind.
best.
Yes. So I get skin cancer. This one, basal cell, not anything really to worry about. And whoops, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. So I had to have this one removed, and no big deal, right? You just get it kind of cut out. Well, this was a little more than I had bargained for in my original idea of going in. So they had to go in like twice and get, because there was a little bit more they had to cut around. They just got to get clean borders. And today I went and got the stitches out. And we're all set.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you grow a mustache, you can't tell.
So I shaved, right, during it, and I had, what they left is, like, they would leave longer strands of the stitches out so they could remove them easily. Yeah. Well, I shaved off one of them.
Good move, Slick.
And I got to tell you this. I don't know if it was a vanity thing or what, but I was so sick of wearing, like, I had a tampon on my face the first 2 days. Then they gave me all this stuff to go home. They go, you got to keep it covered. And I thought, all right, do I need to keep this covered? Because they kept saying, you don't want a staph infection in your face. You don't want to. And I said, no, I certainly don't. But I thought, they give you Aquaphor. Have you ever used Aquaphor?
No.
Aquaphor is great. It's believe it's antibacterial, but it's also like, it's a heavy ointment, almost like Vaseline. So you put a bunch on there. I go, nothing's getting through this. So I went out. I was in bars. I was doing, but that way I didn't have the big tampon on my face.
Right.
I went in today. I go, any problems? She goes, no, it looks great. You look great. She goes, this healed up so well. I go, awesome.
Perfect.
Oh, done. That's it. And I, that's how
How did it go at bars? What's it on your face, Bill? Oh, KY jelly, baby.
Yeah, I wasn't out hitting on people or anything, Doug. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not Dougie Fresh.
Right.
I don't have all the charm. I don't ooze it just coming out. The only ooze I got is what's on my face. No, I can't. I can't pull off a Witherspoon joke. I do want to do a bit. I am going to do a bit, and I will tell you, because I had this conversation last night, and there was a woman in the studio, and I said, sometimes, like, when guys go up, like, you could drop a line, and I could drop a line, and she may respond to you and totally blow me off. And why is that? And she said it could be the mood I'm in. It could be the attraction level. It's definitely the attraction level. Absolutely the attraction level.
Oh, I felt bad for Hillman last night.
Oh, God, that was fucking tits. That was tits. Did you hear this?
I broke up with Laura, and
No. Her name was Marianne.
I heard when they called Marianne, and she said,
but it was something about Laura, and the girl next to him was Laura, right?
Yes.
And I broke up with Laura, and she goes, "Not me. I wasn't. It was not me. I'm not Laura." I'm like, "How fucking rude." I mean, do you think every listener is just gonna drop everything?
Oh, that's what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, not me.
I thought
hate that. I hate that. Like, don't give yourself that much credit.
Have you ever met Laura? I've never met her.
I've never met Laura either.
I think she adds to the show. She's always interesting.
Yeah, she's interesting.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, just
kidding.
Look
I'm just kidding.
Dougie.
I'm joking.
Wow.
I've never met her.
Yeah, I think she adds when she's on. No, so you heard about the Hillman thing. So Hillman had gone and checked in at a cigar bar. And then an ex-girlfriend said to him, "Thanks for the invite." And he wrote back, "You know where I'm at." Now, I listened to his argument. Like, I didn't mean anything by it, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't really thinking. And I haven't been involved in a number of years in any kind of relationship. And then I started to think about it this morning. And I go, yeah, that was the dumbest fucking thing you could do. Because, and here's what I always do is reverse the roles. Let it be her who's out. Let an ex-boyfriend say to her, "Thanks for the invite," and say her to go, "You know where I am." You don't tell me that every guy that would read that would be on the fucking ceiling.
I agree.
Would they not?
Yeah.
Come on. So I go, therefore, she had a point there. And then I think she didn't want to talk to us because she didn't like what Laura said.
Yeah.
That could be.
I'm not kidding.
I heard that. You called her and first thing, I don't want to be on the
I don't want to be on. I don't want to be on Billified. And my initial.
And then he goes, "I'll talk to you later." Then it was crickets.
No, so
I'm watching at home going, "Oh, he's dying."
It was awkward.
He just hit the iceberg.
Jimmy, it was a 5 Mississippi before there was anything. And he goes, "Well, that didn't go well." I mean, I counted. I went back and watched the video, and I go, how many Mississippi is this? I went, 1 Mississippi? It was a 5 Mississippi. I go, that's a long time. I was going to jump in and go, come on. Like normally I would. And I thought, I saw his face, and I was like,
let it go.
I'm just going to just gonna step back and just see where this shit lands, because the one thing I never want to do, and that was always my point with anything in life, I don't want to make your life worse.
Yeah.
You came on my podcast and then we made fun of you, and now you got to go deal with this shit. That's not fun. That doesn't make you want to come back.
Right.
That isn't that's not what I'm
talking
trying
about somebody's piece of shit movie.
Exactly.
That's okay. Though.
Yeah.
I give him credit for even wanting to.
I thought you were going to say even trying to do a movie.
Yeah. I was.
You give him credit for what?
Actually, yeah, allowing you to call her. I would say, don't call her. Don't call her.
It was his idea. It was his idea. And I even wanted to show his idea that I didn't want to call from my phone because I thought that looks kind of crappy.
Yeah.
So we patched his phone into the board and let him do it, because I certainly, again, in my head was like, some people are okay with this shit. Some people are not.
Yeah.
You know, when I was married, I would call home once in a while because I knew there was going to be like, and rightfully so on certain issues and things. And by the way, your movie, I did enjoy it. No, I did.
I know
enjoy
you're
it.
just joking.
I did enjoy it. It pains me to admit that, but I did enjoy. I did enjoy it.
Did he give it to you? Because I had to buy mine. The Windjammers years ago, he forced me into it.
Not only did he give it to me, but he begged me
and signed it
to
for
watch it, and then offered me free lap dances whenever the cat.
And as soon as he gets new chairs, so he can take the weight.
What's wrong with these chairs?
Take the weight of my lap dance. It was a joke on me. Right. No, a listener has sent in a DVD player so he could actually.
Oh yes.
Because he wouldn't buy one at Rite Aid for $15. That's all right. So actually, I met Jimmy years ago.
Why would I buy it? What? Nothing's on there. I stream everything. I got every service you could possibly have. I could watch any movie anywhere.
I know.
I'm busting your balls.
So I met Jimmy years ago at Windjammers, where he was a patron, and I was bartending and became friends. And then he knew a couple of the girls that were in my breast cancer fundraiser. And all of a sudden, we're at Bowl Roll, and this is 2017, and Margaret's selling shirts. And now I look, and it's Margaret and Jimmy selling shirts. So Jimmy wanted to be part of the fundraiser, which he has been now since 17.
Wow. Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
So he
Very
does
nice.
the golf and the bowling.
Yeah.
And Doug gets me a new shirt every once in a while.
Yeah, he wanted to, if you're part of my crew, you get a breast cancer logo with your name above it so everybody knows who's working, who's doing what. Well, Jim wanted Jimmer. And I go.
Remember Jimmer Fredette?
Yes.
I always thought it was cool. I'm like, that guy's name is Jimmer.
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling myself Jimmer, which all my friends say you can't do your own nickname.
I agree.
Which I
said,
concur.
Jimmy, I don't.
But I told him as
Jimmy.
a joke, I want Jimmer on my shirt.
I go, this is going to crash and burn. He goes, no, bud, it's going to be great. I'm telling you, it's going to catch on. I'm like, no, it's not. He goes, oh, that's what I want. I'm like, all right. So he's getting a new shirt this year. Like,
I don't have the Jimmer shirt
Wait, the Jimmer isn't.
I never caught on.
No, it's framed now.
Oh,
I can't wear it anymore. He won't let me.
So this is a TikTok. A woman went to Vegas, and I'm calling her the TikTok Tattletale. The TikTok Tattletale. And you tell me your thoughts on this. Let me see if I have the right thing here.
If your fiance just went on his bachelor trip to Las Vegas and was at the MGM Wet Republic pool yesterday, Sunday, March 9th, he cheated on you. And also, I went to test the waters because I wanted to find out his Instagram so that I could DM you. And so I went over and I just said, like, hi, like, where are you from, whatever. And he was super flirty and didn't. And I said, oh, are you the one getting married? And he said, supposedly, something like that. Their entire group was wearing pink hats. And I have his Instagram. I don't want to, like, out him in case I get, like, sued or I don't know. But if you think that this could be you, message me or comment and I'll send you his Instagram and you can tell me. Yeah, that's all. His name rhymes with Cat Sadams. So, I hope it wasn't you, but he cheated on you.
Okay. Matt Adams. It's like all over TikTok now. Where's Matt Adams? But this broad sitting in an airport puts it out all over Instagram. I go, you're like a fucking magician. You can make
none of
boundaries
business.
disappear.
Didn't know these people.
No.
And just
boundaries
wanted to
disappear.
Cause problems.
Yeah. turning public, private drama into public trauma is like a new cottage industry.
So she might have been a woman that's been cheated on so many times.
I guess. I mean, some women have been well, one woman, so you can now duet things. Do you know that? Do you know how to duet things on Instagram?
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so it's where you could put up a video and then I can split the screen, and let's say you're singing a song and it's a duet. I could sing the other song, or I can comment on, let's say you're doing something on White Trash, and I go, you know what? I'm so happy I switched to White Trash. They're reliable. I even had, a moving day or something, and I had a lot of extra stuff, and I called them up, and they came out and gave me a great price, whatever. And I can do that. That's how I would do it if I were a White Trash customer, just letting you know. And
Good to know.
That's what you can do. So some other woman duets this, and she says, she goes, this is, she said, I cheating's bad. I understand, but she goes, this is awful. This poor guy's being dragged like all over. And other women are like, what are you kidding me? This is
well, does she
sisterhood.
have proof, or she just saying
She's saying that she has proof. So either one of her friends slept with the guy and he was super flirty to her, or she saw him making out with a guy or something. I don't know. But this is the new almost cottage industry. Everything is to whip out a camera.
Yes,
right? And or to whip out a camera and catch an event. Okay. On the other side, it's to then report it. Now we're all like, I go, you can't. I'm surprised when people say, yeah, he just disappeared. I go, how the fuck is that possible in 2024? It's impossible. Everybody's walking around with a TV station in their pocket. I can go live on a number of platforms at any moment. At any moment.
Yeah. I remember years ago, this is probably 1996, my buddy Mike, he said, you know what we're going to be paying for later down the road years? I go, why? He goes, privacy.
Yes.
You're not going to have any.
Well, that's a really interesting point.
And I remember him vividly telling me this.
Do you pay the price in terms of this, where there's not an actual price that you're paying for privacy, but you stay off social media, because all we do is tell on ourselves. You tell where you are, you tell what you're doing, you're telling who you're with, even if you don't think you are. Hey, on vacation in Cabo, you come home and your house is robbed.
Yeah.
Because they knew you weren't there,
Right.
dummy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we tell, would the new privacy be that no one can find you and you're sort of out of the loop? You know what I mean? Out of sight, out of mind. People forget about you. I see Dougie Fresh popping up doing his DJ intros in the car, or something funny in Uber or Mount, whatever, or the picture he puts up of his big happy face, that moon face of his. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's in the clips every time he walks in there.
I think that's a compliment, buddy.
I
I'm not
think
sure.
so.
I'm kidding. I'm trying to get him riled up. Yeah. But like you put those pictures up, and I know I can go see you if I want to, right? And I think I know he's working, that sort of thing. If you completely cut that out, I think people you would isolate yourself.
Back to the 1980s.
You are, but you kind of isolate yourself a little bit.
Then you'd have to go back to a
flip phone. A handheld phone.
Leave a voicemail. Like
leave a
answering
voicemail.
machine.
Yeah, answering machine.
Yeah.
You have to go back to that. Remember when those are popular?
So happy to get home and the light would be flashing.
Somebody
You're like,
called me.
Someone called me.
Yeah.
And then you hit it, and all it is a fax machine on repeat. You're like, son of a bitch.
I'm not popular. I think that's the thing. People want to be, popular, or at least something in their life.
Yes.
People are interested in what you're doing.
Right. Now, this chick put her face out there. Like, I would.
Oh, really? Her face is
Well,
on
it's her face. Her face. She's sitting in an airport talking right into her phone, saying all this stuff about the thing,
If your fiance just went on his bachelor trip to Las Vegas and was at the MGM Wet Republic pool yesterday, Sunday, March 9th.
I'm sorry you have herpes, because I had herpes.
And also, I went to test the waters because I wanted to find out his Instagram so that I could DM you. And so I went over.
What makes you so self-righteous that you got to stick your nose in there? And I'm not saying that it's what
wrong.
the guy is doing is right. Please don't think I'm defending that. But this kind of stuff just seems shitty.
What she's doing is wrong. And how do you know who he was talking to, or
you don't?
There's obviously you're married. You're going to be talking to women. You might make a risque joke or something. Doesn't damn you all to hell.
Well, you've never been married.
With him, I've never been married. Doug, shut up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right. I've slept with a couple married women.
Hey, look at that.
They weren't getting it at home. And
what did Chris Rock say? The best thing about sleeping with a married woman is, you know what? Any guy will bang your wife and be happy to send her home.
Yeah, it's like dog sitting. I'm not keeping them. I'm just gonna cuddle with them and feed them and.
Did you know
let
they
them
were
out.
married?
Huh?
You knew they were married
Oh
beforehand?
yeah. Yep.
Oh, boy.
It's another side of old
Back
Dougie
in
Fresh.
the bars, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Did you ever find out after? Like, you slept with somebody and then you found out, and, oh, by the way, I'm married.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
did.
a little weird.
Yeah.
That would be a little weird.
But that was just a one time and done.
Yes.
Did you feel weird if you saw her again with her husband? I would feel weird.
Did that ever happen? I can't remember.
Must not have.
No.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
I'd feel
Yeah, I would too.
I wouldn't. I know.
especially if the
You
guy has
wouldn't?
no idea.
Yeah. Right.
Well, he wasn't sexually active. I mean, he could, but he just didn't want to have sex. He just
Were they
treated it as-
attractive? What did they look like?
No, he wasn't attractive. She
I
was
don't care
attractive.
about him.
Right. Yes.
Do you think all couples should share their deepest, darkest secrets, though?
No, that's why you have best friends.
Yeah,
That's why
I
you
mean,
trust.
I think like eventually, if you're with someone long enough, and I always love the idea she's my best friend. Okay, maybe she didn't start out your best friend, and nobody does, right? Nobody. I didn't all of a sudden become instant best friends with
Right.
somebody, but over time, maybe, and that will become somebody, especially if you are in a long-term relationship. Let's say you go 45 years or whatever. Absolutely, by that point, I would assume they probably know, but there may be some deep, dark secrets they have no idea about.
Well, if you want to talk about an actress you really like or somebody at work or something, you don't want to tell your wife and her feelings. But, hey, we just hired this new girl in processing. And, oh, my gosh, she's smoking hot.
I think it just so you
You're not going to tell your wife that.
No.
Right, exactly.
No,
That's why you have a best friend to tell.
Well,
And
that's
hopefully your
different.
best friend is going to go to your wife and go like, hey, Jimmy was admiring Lisa down the hall.
No, he wouldn't. But you know what happened is like, you're out for a couple beers. Oh, like that girl in accounting, right? And she goes, what? I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, how much history do you want to know of whoever you're dating?
I don't. I figure everybody's got a history.
Yeah.
Let it be.
And that's
Make your own history.
Let it be. And in this town, there's it's fairly small
Yep.
in terms of a city, but I don't need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But a lot of people say, I need to know everything about you, but I don't really need to know everything.
No, I don't.
What's the benefit?
No, I just want to know
You're
this.
not changing the past.
Have you ever murdered anybody?
Right.
All right. I think we're good so far. What happens when you get really mad?
Well, I'll tell you what. I know a few girls that if you say, well, I used to strip, guys are going to want to know everything just because.
That would be a tough one to get over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to strip. Yeah. I would, yeah.
Some girls moved away, I know, from the.
So she never has to say
I
it.
never have to say it or run
You'll
into
run
any-
into a guy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, hey.
man, you held up good, baby.
Like girls from high school, remember?
Right. Foxies, where
Oh,
girls
God.
from your high school dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, what high school is that?
And they used to have, so they used to do ads on the radio.
Yeah.
And then they would, but it was never the strippers that came in and did those ads. It was, they always got like somebody from sales.
Oh, it wasn't Sally that went to...
No. Hi, I'm Sally, class at 94, Monroe High. Fairport, class of 96. Yeah, it's like, okay, really? Pittsford Mendon. Oh, boy. Running down
Mercy.
there. Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's Maggie from Mercy.
2-for-1 lap dances on Tuesday.
All right, we'll take a moment. There is a, since you deal, both of you guys actually deal in customer service overall, right? Yeah. Something happened, and I kind of applaud this person because, again, the camera came out. And then I'm going to say one of the brightest 12-year-olds in the world, and he may be starting a trend. We'll get to that next, but first. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Route 96 in Victor has their Jeep Celebration event going on. You could slide yourself into a brand new 2024 Grand Cherokee 4XE. Lease it for $359 a month for 36 months. First payment, DMV taxes, fees due at signing, $2,500 cash or trade, 10,000 miles per year, must have lease loyalty. See dealer for details, exclusions apply. Offer expires April 1st, 2024. At Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, they're going to work with you to get you into something that's safe and reliable. They're family guys. They understand that families have needs and budgets. Sometimes the needs change, but guess what doesn't? The budget. But when you walk into that cool, comfortable, modern dealership, you're going to know right away you made the right choice. Maybe a new 2024 Compass Limited 4x4 is just right for you. During the Jeep Celebration event, you can lease it for $189 a month for 27 months. First payment, DMV taxes, fees due at signing, $2,500 cash or trade, 10,000 miles per year. Must have lease loyalty. See dealer for details. Exclusions apply. Offer expires April 1st, 2024. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Route 96 in Victor and online at victorcdjr.com.
BTB's Wood-Fired Pizza and Grill in the Mall at Grease Ridge.
Red, White, and Brew. Have you been there? It's at 147 State Street in downtown Rochester, and it has a really unique theme. It's a tap and tasting room for New York State wineries, breweries, and distilleries. So you can get a flight of wines from the Finger Lakes, beers from downstate, distilleries from different parts of the state. They put together the flight. You get a charcuterie board. What a great way to spend an evening. There's no TVs in there, just music, even board games if you'd like to play. You know what they're making you do? Communicate the old-fashioned way. I love it. Red, White, and Brew, 147 State Street in downtown Rochester, and online at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's Red, White, and Brew ROC.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, we want to give a shout-out to some people listening to Billified. John Wilson, Diane Swan, Tim Bergmaster, Lee Casey, Sweetie Pie, Honey Bunch, Dustin Walgas, Kimberly Ann, hope to see you this Friday at Forest Hill, my future wife, Karen Marcus, Pete Seidenberg, Alfie, Rob Rice, Jimmy Lynch, Christine Rogers, Janine Ryan, and Craig Smith. And the future Sandra White is listening out there, too. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Billified Show, especially when we play AC/DC, little Thunderstruck, baby.
There you go.
Beautiful
Just
Tuesday
for
afternoon.
you.
Woo!
Just for you,
They are
Dougie.
touring again.
Yes,
but they're starting
I know.
in Europe and Germany, and
Yeah.
hopefully by next year they'll be over in the U.S.
Okay. You going to go?
We're going to
Front
go.
row?
Well,
Maybe
by
in the
that
front
time,
row?
Billified's going to be so big.
Yes!
We're going to have our own box.
Well, oh, we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billified
We
box.
can make that happen.
Yeah.
We can absolutely.
And then we'll you can win tickets to go with us. And
Really?
yeah.
Wow. All right.
You have to send in your name and your picture.
to get in Doug's
Brian and
ride.
Rob aren't winning, but Amanda and Chastity are, amazingly enough.
That's funny. Have you ever clapped back at a customer that was giving you some
Yes.
guff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad?
Especially in the past. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It speaks, actually, when I was doing trivia at the distillery, which was a good gig. It was once a week. It made it fun. Kind of made my own. And I did it different than how they wanted to be done. You get a group of people, more than two to five.
Right.
And you get a pad of paper, and you write your team number, and then some of it would be multiple choice, so you have to write in. And they wanted a person from the team to walk up to me.
Okay.
And I said, no. I says, don't get out of your chair. I says, there's waiters and waitresses and bringing stuff. I don't need 15 people coming up and bumping in. I'm like, I'll come around, and it makes the game last a little longer. Sometimes I had my cordless mic. How's everybody doing? We're doing here. And then, people would ask me what's going on, and sometimes, repeat customers and build the business a little bit for trivia. So, but then we had some regulars from other places, and they took it real serious. They didn't want anybody with their cell phones out, and you should say something. And then somebody else was getting into it. And finally, I had enough. I go, you know what? You are a 40-year-old fucking man. You are a baby. You are a child. I don't give a shit if their phones are out. You have no right to tell people that. They can have a babysitter. It could be an emergency for their mother or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
their
sure.
kid.
Right.
And you're worried about
Dougie Fresh laying it
losing
down.
your. And then I went over to the other guy. I said, I'm totally embarrassed by you right now.
Wow.
You guys have made this totally unfun for me. And I just walked away, and they both apologized the next week. I go, this is supposed to be fun, a night out, and you're ruining it.
You ruin it for me.
For everybody.
Yes, for everybody. Yeah, I agree.
So, and then another customer not too long ago was complaining about I was at this subbing in at this bar, and wine is a different
Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your big glass.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the same pour.
Right.
So this place had a wine glass, and it had a line.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, if you pour wine, this is where I want to put it. Okay. And I gave it to the girl I was filling in for somebody, and she's like, well, where's the rest? I'm like, huh? Well, I always get a bigger pour. Like, well, the owner told me this is what we do. And she started giving me shit about it. And I'm like, this is it. And then she just kind of left it there. And I just walked away and did it to somebody else. I didn't want to get into it because I didn't really know it. But I'm just like, you're so fucking rude. And then it happened again. And I go, for a woman your age, you're just really classless. I mean, you're complaining about $8. And if you ever did this to a place where I was out or I took you on a date, I would probably sign out for the bill and get you an Uber home. I'm like, that's how ridiculous.
And what did she say?
She just didn't say anything because I think she knew she was in the wrong. You're trying to get a little more, I'm like,
Jimmy, I couldn't do that.
No way.
I don't have those kind of balls.
It happened too many times.
No, I understand. Hey, I think everybody gets pushed to a breaking point. Right?
That's true.
Right? I would think that that's the case. Yours might just be a lot closer than the rest of ours. No, I'm
Sure.
kidding. I'm teasing.
Something's telling me she hasn't been back to that bar.
Good. I don't want her back. I have not seen her, actually.
Anything with the white?
So we had an interesting situation a couple of years ago where, back to our name, we had a dumpster at a property, and I pulled up to load the dumpster. Dumpster was ready. We noticed that our name was covered by a piece of cardboard. There was
somebody put their covered it on purpose.
Yeah, the wife didn't care for the name. She was turned off by it, so she made her husband cut out a square and put it over our sign.
Oh my God!
So I'm backing up. The guy's in the garage putzing around and things like that. And I go, "What's going on?" He goes, "Oh, not too much." I go, "What's going on with the cardboard?" He goes, "My wife's a little touchy. She doesn't care for the name." I go, "I understand, no problem." He goes, "Listen, while you're loading up, you mind if I put a couple tires in your dumpster?" I said, "I would have if my name wasn't covered up."
And what did he say?
He goes, "I understand completely." He goes, "I figured I should ask." I said, "I'm glad you did. A lot of people don't ask."
But see, that was handled nicely.
There was
you didn't tell a woman that she was classless.
And he didn't do it.
Yeah, I love that.
He had to be king of his castle, so
Yes.
So I get it.
Yes.
And he went back in and said, I told him, hon.
Yeah. I told him that time.
Henry. I told him he won't be back here again.
Terrible name. Well, listen to this. This is a person returning a $7.99 pizza at Little Caesars. Now, this has a Little Caesars. This Little Caesars has a drive-through window. So this person's at the window, and you're going to hear what I think is the manager handling this. But you got to hear this guy.
Staphylococcus meningitis. He got staphylococcus from all of this garlic.
This is the manager.
That's not what I said.
Keep your napkin though.
She throws the napkin back in the car.
I'll give you your money back. You don't have to record me. I know what I said. I didn't call you and say I got food poisoning.
No, it's just I came in here to. Am I allowed? Can I say?
It's all gone, and you've got garlic butter all over it. No wonder you got sick.
Oh, gone. Can I? Am I allowed to talk or?
Wait, you just talked before you turned your camera on, though, right? Right, Mister? I got food poisoning.
No, I said about three. I said about 3 words before you started yelling at me.
Really?
Yeah.
Even your pizza knows you're a liar.
You need to work on your customer service.
I don't let liars come to my store.
I am not a liar.
You said you got staphylococcus meningitis from
said
garlic butter. That is a lie.
You guys work for this?
Am I supposed to ask his just because you bought a $7.99?
No.
Okay, I'm refunding you.
Come on, Doug, you can relate.
No, you called me a moron.
Yeah, call me a moron. She shuts it. She's giving back the money. But the guy, he's handing back a pizza that has clearly pieces missing. There's like 4 or 5 left. A couple of pieces of what look like cheesy garlic bread. And everything has just the greasy stains of the garlic butter in the box. And he's handing this back going, I got whatever meningitis. Meningitis?
All of a sudden? In 15 minutes?
Yeah, I go, you've got to be kidding me. So, I kind of side with the woman on this one. I get it. She's giving back the money. She's doing what you should do. But to make this whole lie up,
Well, the guy's recording her in the drive-thru.
Yes.
To try to get some reaction
Yes.
so he can
Yes.
be popular now.
Yes.
All this TikTok
thing.
and stuff will just blow up in everybody's face.
I think it'll blow up in everybody's face. Anyone watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, by the way? It just reminded me of this. Did you watch it?
I haven't seen it this season, but I've watched it before.
I have watched before, but not in a while.
All right. So the new season, Larry has a girlfriend that's moved in with him, and he's wanted to break up with her for a while. and it's Tracy Ullman who's playing.
Oh.
And but she's an alcoholic, and her sponsor's like, Larry, she's too fragile. You can't break up with her. So then Larry finds out that a couple episodes in that her last boyfriend, the reason she left, like her last relationship, was the guy got sick and he was incontinent and he had to use diapers and things, and she was just grossed out. So Larry says that
he starts wearing diapers.
No, he just says that he all of a sudden got diagnosed with this horrible disease and that he can't. And the relationship,
he's trying to gross her out so she'll leave.
Yeah, she packs up and leaves. She packs up and he's like, I can't, I'm going to have to start working. She goes, I can't. And then it turns out that he and another buddy, that buddy used the same excuse to break up with the chick, and then the two chicks run into each other, of course, on the show. But what? Wait, what?
I can't give any names, but I have a buddy.
I knew it.
That was engaged.
Yes.
And he wanted to break it up, so he figured there was going to be an argument coming around the corner a little while. And sure enough, he escalated, and he got her so mad that she threw the engagement ring back at him. So he got the ring, they broke up, and then he sold the ring to somebody else and didn't lose any money.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he knew
he didn't want to get. He knew it was a mistake, and he was trying to get out of it, but he wanted the ring. So he waited for an argument, and then he just kept gnawing at it and got it so hot that she took the ring off and said, "We're done." And then that was it. So he got the ring back without asking for it. So
now, is that a pussy? I'm sorry. I just have to ask. Is that that's a weak way to do it, though?
It's a smart way.
What do you mean a smart way?
You didn't have to ask.
Yeah, it's a smarmy way. Look, in a TV show, it's kind of funny, right?
Okay, so let's turn it around like you said earlier.
Yes,
there's two sides of it.
Yes.
So if this girl goes out with a girlfriend, what's going on? Oh, he asked for the ring back.
Yes.
What's going on? Oh, he got me so mad, I gave the ring, I threw it back, and I'm told to get out.
Yeah.
So what story would you want to be on the side of?
I think I'd rather be on the side of I just owned up to the fact that I couldn't do it, which I did do. I did do that once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you asked for the ring back?
I did not ask for the ring back, but I said that I wasn't ready, and the ring did come back. But I don't know that I asked for it. I just said that I couldn't. We were actually living together and on our way to getting married. I just kind of, I knew me, and that wasn't going to be a good situation, and so
you were in Vegas in the hot tub.
No, I was not. Unfortunately, never went to Vegas, but there was no hot tubs or anything involved. But you just kind of knew. So I did say it, like I did, and I think that
that had to be hard.
Yeah, and I was young, so your first couple of instincts is to avoid the person and not talk to the person and try
total guy move.
Try to bring up what your buddy did in a way, and then at a certain point, I just can't. I get to a point where it's just eating at me so bad, like I
can't hide it. Yeah,
I can't, and I just have to say here, I'm not ready. I can't, and I also. I think my emotional intelligence, probably to this day, is on the very low side. Sincerely, like I would say,
your emotional intelligence.
Yes, I would say that women are highly emotional. Like women that will say, "Hang on a second, let's talk about this," and they can have a conversation about things. And a lot of times you can. And I grew up in a world where it was like, "Fuck it, we're done. That's it," And then when something was over, you got a white trash dumpster, you threw everything in it, you lit a match, you fucking threw it over your shoulder, and you walked, and everything just burned. And that was really the way I handled most things in my life. And I, now as an older guy, I go, well, that wasn't really smart. That wasn't that's not an emotionally intelligent person. I do think that there's emotional intelligence and intellectual intelligence. They're kind of two different things.
For sure, there's two things there. One, I'm curious what you end up doing with the ring, because that's always, is the ring tarnished now because you're going to sell it to someone else?
Yeah, I didn't use it again. I didn't even.
But did you sell it to someone who?
I went back
again?
to the place that I bought it at.
Gotcha.
And didn't get nearly what I paid for it.
No,
but
never do.
Nah.
But you didn't care at that point.
I didn't care, and I was also a little embarrassed and shamed. I was like,
yeah,
but I didn't want to have
whatever
it
you
around
can
as
get
a
it.
reminder, and that was it.
So one of the more fun things I've seen in dumpsters, and I think I told you last time Bill and I met, is picking up a dumpster. Guy was going through a divorce. Right on top of the dumpster was the wedding dress. in the box perfectly.
No shit.
You know, with the thought that they were going to save it for years to come. It's laying right on top. I'm like, jeez. Can I put this to use in any way? I wonder what size it is. But that's one of the more fun things I've seen in dumpsters.
Man, white trash wedding dress. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well,
to be honest, some white trash fashion. WTF.
yes. You know what? I think white trash fashion would be a real
White
good
trash,
thing. I think that'd be a big seller.
We've tried it. I got white trash fashion on now, but generally people love getting the shirts, but they don't want to buy them. Was what I've learned in that whole industry.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We had different stuff on our website and things like that, and we did sell some stuff, but that's just a whole nother line of business. It's just crazy because you can't really make much money on it, and you got to buy a lot of stuff, and you never have the right size.
Right.
So, but white trash fashion had little legs for a little bit.
Look at this. White trash fashion. You got to get into the fashion show.
WTF? What fashion show?
The downtown fashion show. Don't they
What
have
the fuck? No. It's white trash fashion.
With my husky model, Doug?
Yes. Yes.
Doug is fashioning a golf shirt with a ketchup stain and a Jenny Light grease side.
That would be perfect.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Would be.
That would be perfect. Did you ever run away as a child?
No, I think I threatened.
I think
a
I
lot
threatened
of kids,
it too. I think I even tied some belongings in a handkerchief at the end of a stick,
Yeah.
like I did.
We've all seen the
those shitty
Tom and
movies.
Jerry cartoon.
A couple blocks.
Yeah, I think I got just up the street or whatever, and I felt weird. And
This sandwich isn't going to last me forever.
did you ever run away? Yeah. So I think this 12-year-old came upon a brilliant plan. He ran away from home, allegedly. Now, there should probably be somewhat of an investigation as to why, but this is great.
Jennifer, we are just learning within the last hour that this was a runaway situation, according to the Franklin County Children's Services. And they tell me the boy was reunited with his family this afternoon. Columbus police say no charges will be filed in this case at all. This morning at about 6:15, officers responded to the call about a boy being found alone in a Target. Officers searched nearby but could not find his parents. That's why he was taken to Children's Services. Then, just before noon, we received an update that the parents had filed a missing person report for their son on Sunday and had been notified of his location. CPD says the child's parents are happy that he is safe and that he will be home returning safely. In a statement, Target says the well-being...
Here's the thing. This kid ran away from home and he went and hid out at a Target. That's brilliant.
Smart.
All night long. You got TVs. You got blankets, pillows, food, there's snacks. This kid could have had the time of his life. I'm hoping that he made a video of himself in there, like living it up.
I think that happened years ago in a Walmart or Americas. A movie with Natalie Portman and Sally Field where a woman did live at a place. Like
lived in there, in a Walmart.
And she got pregnant, and then she ended up working there. She got money from the state or something like that, and then
It actually happened. That was a true story.
I think so. It was years ago, though.
I don't know, but I love this because I used to think like Walmart was a store that could take you literally from birth to death because I think they sell Kiss caskets and things. Like you could be buried if you're a Kiss fan in a Kiss casket, and they sell them through Walmart. Like, you got to go to Walmart.com.
Or you just get a fire pit and cremate yourself.
But I'm like, Walmart could take you from beginning to the end, but I don't know that I'd want to always stay in a Walmart. The idea of the Target, I go, they have toys? This kid probably
Walmart has toys.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I'm just saying, like, I kind of like. There's something about Target, a little.
I think Walmart has a better grocery.
Does it? It probably does.
Yeah,
it probably does. But I go, man, what a brilliant thing! If you're gonna run away, where do you go? Where do you go? You can't go to your buddy's house because they're gonna turn you in, right? Parents gonna tell. You really want to stay away from your parents. Now there needs to be investigation as to why you ran away, what was going on.
Yeah.
Could it be something stupid, or were you being beat at home, or whatever? That would be the tragic thing. But I thought that was brilliant. Go to a Target and hang out all night.
Could you imagine, like, when everyone finally leaves for the night and you're the only one in that whole building?
It'd be a little weird.
It'd be a little weird. You'd hear things.
Yes.
Maybe I'm not alone.
Yeah. Right.
Is this a haunted Target?
Yeah. You'd be shitting your pants. Now, I would assume, like, Target doesn't open to, 9 or 10? So somebody showed up to work probably to get ready.
You got to break out an alarm clock. Which they have.
Don't they have? I know Walmart does like a big get ready cheer. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, different departments, they would have a big cheer in the morning at Walmart, and they would like spell it out, depending on your department and your
Sam's Club used to do that a lot. Like,
Did they?
Yeah.
They have it in English and Spanish?
Spanglish. I don't know. I have no idea what I don't know, but I know they used to have it. They used to have that. Yeah.
I know I've gone in for a pair of jeans or something at Walmart, and I asked somebody at the dressing room, where is it? And I mean, they're looking at me like they have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, how did you get the, Maria, como te Guillermo here. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just going to get them, and I'll return them if they don't fit. Sorry to bother you, Dave.
No, I don't have that on the east side.
Not in Fairport.
No. If I go out to the Walmart in Victor, that's everybody speaks
They have
English.
a Walmart in Victor?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It is. It's a nice Walmart.
Yes.
I may run away to there and spend the night.
Canandaigua. Oh, my God. You ever been there?
That Walmart?
Pristine.
No, I've not been to that Walmart.
Why
were you in a Walmart in Canandaigua?
Well, I've driven some people from Rochester Jeans, Greece, to work in Canandaigua.
Best jeans for Walmart,
Yep.
Canandaigua, folks.
Oh,
Tough
people are
skins.
just so nice. It's just
Tough
so open. Corduroys.
Huskies.
Bugle Boy.
Yeah. I would love that, though, spending all night in one of these little stores as a kid. If you had a buddy with you, it would be even better.
We could do a 24-hour podcast.
Oh,
why?
At a Walmart? Well,
Yeah.
Canandaigua Walmart?
And we
Sure.
could, see.
Yeah, they've
Now,
got beer
actually,
there.
why-
Oh, there'll be drinking involved. And a skateboard or two, I'm sure. I think you got stitches now.
Oh, man. I got to tell you. Then today, she came in and she really had to pull that one I shaved off.
Yeah.
Finally popped that out.
Did you cry?
I didn't, but my eye did tear. I could feel it running down, that one eye. I was like the...
Did she give you a Band-Aid? Did she kiss it, make it better?
I was like the litter guy on the side of the road with the one tear dripping down my eye.
Did they give you a hash brown?
They did not give me a hash brown. And I said, I just paid for an extra hash brown with all that I paid for this. It's everything I did. All right, we'll wrap it up for a Tuesday. Dougie Fresh and Jim White.
Yeah, baby.
White Trash.
Good friend of mine.
Thanks for having me.
Go to whitetrashrubbish.com.
Correct.
And if you live out in the Greece area and you're looking for somebody new to take care of your refuge, that's where you would go to sign up?
Yeah, we're currently in Gates also.
Also Gates.
Yep. And dumpsters anywhere in Monroe County.
Which I believe is how the city of Rochester was originally in Gates. Yeah. And then even Rochester said, I'm out of here. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.